I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hi, y'all. It's Amelia Sai with AfterBuzz TV. I'm here with Nate. We're covering Below Deck Sailing Yacht. As you know, it's the last episode before the season finale, so a lot happened. But before we get to that, Nate, how are you doing?
I am doing I had a really, really good day today, guys. I just want everybody to know I had a really, really good day today. So I'm happy, I'm excited, but Jenna really, really pissed me off. And so I got a lot to talk about today. But
Nate has got opinions. I'm good. I love that lion behind you. It's ever so majestic. I am here for it. Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
My king vibes, my royal Nate vibes.
Yes, royal Nate. Let's dive into this episode. I'm happy that we're both feeling good in quarantine. So much happened. Jenna was at the center of this episode. Jenna and Madison had an issue. Jenna and Glenn had an issue. Jen and Adam almost had an issue. So it seems like Jenna was having a lot of issues. And then, of course, we have poor Chris with his back. He got an MRI. I didn't know your back could break. I was like, your back broke and you continue to work? I mean, that says a lot about Chris. He's definitely a team player. So that was amazing. He kept going. And we're here for him, so we're going to talk about that. And then we're also going to dive into this crazy cocaine thing that we've been teased the entire season. Some guy's eyes were rolling behind his head. They had a 10-course meal. There was so much happening. So we're going to dive into that. Me and Nate both have some pieces of news. One about my live with Jenna, and Nate has some news about Chris. We also are going to do our above deck, kind of who had the best glow up of the episode. And of course, we have to do predictions and talk about the next week's promo. But before we get out to all of that, Nate, what were your overall thoughts?
I'm like literally speechless right now. I'm literally speechless. I feel like they set this up. That wasn't really Jenna. There's no way. Like, there's no way that was truly her as a person. The producers had to have told Jenna to act that way. There's no, like, you can't convince me that that's really her. There's no way. And if that is really her, then, like, how I've been trying to be nice because these are real people. That was absolutely, like, wow. So I'm in shock. The cocaine could have been better, but yeah, that whole storyline could have been way better. But Jenna,
absolutely.
I'm speechless today. I'm speechless, guys. That's all.
Yeah, no, listen, if the master of discussion is speechless, we're definitely, I don't know, man. That was a lot. She was insubordinate to Glenn. She was coming for Madison. It was a rough moment. So you know what? Let's just jump in. Let's talk about Jenna. Like, I don't know if it's the pressure of the job, if it's her relationship with Adam that's on the rocks. She just kind of lost it a little bit. Yeah, and listen, I talked to her this weekend, and we'll talk about the live, but she seemed like a really normal, down-to-earth Canadian girl with a sailor's mouth. Like, she cussed a lot. But this Jenna of, like, whatever, Glenn, I'm going to do whatever I want, Glenn, was it's kind of hard to watch because Glenn is so nice. So what did you think about all of that?
Yeah, and I agree, and I know I've been so hard on her this whole entire season, but, some of it just like my personality probably just doesn't mesh with her personality, and her sense of humor just isn't the same sense of humor as mine, I didn't really think that she was a bad person. Yes, her leadership skills, never really liked, but as a person, didn't have a problem with Jenna. But again, I'm always about hypocrisy, I'm always about effort, things of that nature. And the things that made me mad about Jenna this whole entire season was the fact that she got on all of her workers, and I was like, they're working hard, they're trying hard. You're not giving enough direction. And so you're getting mad at them for doing things incorrectly, but you're not teaching them right, but they're trying. So at least they're trying to just give them a little bit more, whatever. It's yachting, Nate. When it comes to yachting, people are supposed to just figure things out and just pick it up. And then we get to this point now where clearly she's in the wrong. And now she wants to act like it's everyone else's fault immediately. She doesn't want to take ownership. Wait, hold on. What? You have this meeting with the girls, like what they're doing wrong? Like, what? I am in shock, guys. Like, I'm so sorry, but I am literally in shock.
Listen, Nate, I get that shock, but I think what's really even more shocking to me is the fact that she was just like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" and then threw them under the bus. That's what I didn't get.
Okay, so let me talk about my baby girl, Madison, who actually went out of her way to protect Jenna last week. She tried to diffuse this whole situation. She tried to. So this shows only be loyal to who you need to be loyal to in life. You know, sometimes you ain't got to be loyal to everybody. And so she still gets in trouble for it. Like, that sucks. That's something that probably ate her soul, because it was like, I should have snitched. I should have let her know. And then why does Jenna care about if she had a problem with him? Did you have that feeling? So Madison was like, look, I told him I didn't have a problem. So then she goes, okay, well, do you have a problem? Why does that even matter?
It doesn't matter at that point. You've already confronted her. So it's like, even if she does have a problem, you've already thrown her under the bus in front of your superior, your boss, the captain of the boat.
So what do you think about Madison going back to Glenn after she confronted her?
Like, I love Madison, but I think that, like, as far as professionally, she should have just left it alone. It's like, it's already a dumpy situation. There's like, pardon my French, there's crap all over it. You don't need to go and make it worse, because now it's like, and again, at the end of the day, the superiors are going to kind of stick with each other. Jenna is the superior of her department. Glenn is the superior of the boat. He's not really going to defend Madison. He's always going to defend the leader. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know if she should have gone back again. I felt like that just made things worse.
No, I agree. I'm like, you shouldn't have did that, girl. But like, I understand. Again, I'm always about understanding. She's like, what do I do at this point? At this point, it's like, what? I try to defend her. I just said I try to get over this and let this finish off. Now I'm getting cussed out. I can't argue back because now I'm defending myself, and then she just changes the whole script on me. Like, because my thing, she got mad at her for having a problem with it, and she forced her to tell her she had a problem with her. She was like, no, I don't have a problem with you. And then she forced it out of her. Like, no, you do have a problem with me. And she goes, okay, I do have a problem with it. And then she got mad. I'm mad. She got like, so I feel bad for Madison. I felt like she didn't know what to do in that situation. But yeah, like, don't take it there, because now it's going to just blow up to a whole nother level. Well,
now it just became a whole nother thing. And I'm sure at the reunion, which is going to be June 1st, we're going to get a little bit, like, dive deeper about this, because it was, it was stereotypical, like, definition gaslighting. She was like, you hate me, you hate me, you hate me. And then that person's like, wait, I kind of feel crazy. Maybe I do hate her. And then she admits it. And then Madison gets thrown under the bus. It was like literally textbook definition of gaslighting, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
I am in shock. I can't believe that even the way that she was talking to Captain Glenn, and it was just criticism. Like, and I understand that feeling that she had, but the only thing that I saw was, like, not one time did she sit and think, did any of the service fall down? Like, it was nothing. Like, she didn't sit and think about where was there any mistakes. No. And when you even, like, not one time. So
nope.
Like, not one time did she, when they brought up the fact that she was asleep with Adam, she never acknowledged that. She never answered to anyone, ever acknowledged that fact, ever.
Right.
So it's like, she completely, oh my, I'm really shocked, guys. So.
Wow. And I've never seen you like this. This episode really affected me. And when I talked to her on Live Nate, Jenna said that they were allowed to take naps, and that you have to take a nap you have to take breaks, like 2 hours. Like, it's part of maritime law. So they have to do that. But the fact is, like, why did you guys do it together? Like, because she's like, I didn't give him a blowjob. Like, she was very honest. She's like, we didn't do anything. We just literally went to sleep. But that's not the point. I think as a superior, both superiors, because, the chef is superior of his own department. You guys should not. It's like the COO and the COO taking a break and taking a nap. It's like your department heads should not be taking a nap together. Like, it's inappropriate. So I think that she is always defending herself, and then is very quick to throw, Georgia and Madison under the bus. And I love that Madison finally spoke up and was like, this isn't cool. Like, she finally spoke up, because it was always Madison and Jenna. But I feel like this episode, Georgia's finally like, Jenna's like in her own world. Like, I'm done. So she's almost taken a step back as well, which is good.
Completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like that's what Jenna needs to understand. It's not the fact that she went to sleep. That's not the issue.
That's
like
not the
you
point.
said, it's because it's Adam, and it's because how you've been treating the people that are below you this whole season and how they've been working. You've used that they are lazy. You said that they weren't working hard. There's been times where they were working their butts off, but you still didn't give them credit. You got Madison for asking for just a little bit of credit when you're like, Madison, you're looking for credit all the time. Like, you've had so many things to criticize them for so many different things. And then you even got mad at Madison for not going to sleep on time because now she's tired during the day. Why are you tired in the day? What are you doing late at night? Are you hanging out with Adam too much? So, like, the only thing that you're focused on, and I know that she feels attacked because it's like everyone in the world is only focused on a woman, and she's looking and she's working and she's in love with her man who's here working. So everyone's saying it's taken away from her work. And so I understand why she's so defensive from that standpoint. But Jenna has to look inside of herself and say, okay, this is affecting my work because now it has affected her work. Service has dropped. Maybe it is the people who are below you, but as a leader, if the people below you drop, therefore you need to step up. And then once they get in the car and they're doing everything perfectly, then you can go sleep with your man because you are the CEO and you have one of the greatest companies in the world.
Absolutely, Nate. And you know what? On past seasons of Below Deck, one of the deckhands, Riley, would hook up with this guy. Like, I think they had sex like 5 times in one night, and she was still back on deck. So if it doesn't affect your work, the captain could care less what happens. And when I spoke to Captain Glenn, he said that. He's like, I don't care who hooks up with who, but the fact is them hooking up was now affecting Madison, Georgia, affecting the deck. Like, it started to affect everyone. So he's like, that's when I stepped in. So I think that's like making it very clear. We're not coming for Jenna because she's hooking up. We're coming for her because it's affecting her work. That's really at the end of the day what we're doing. So yeah, we're going to keep diving into this topic more with the season finale, I'm sure, and the reunion. We're going to get a lot of dirt, so it's going to be great. I just wanted to thank everyone for being here with AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk during quarantine. We love having you guys. We like your comments, your subscription, your likes. Go give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, and please engage with our episodes. I'm actually going to look up and see if there's any comments from last week, and I'm going to shout those out later in the episode. Let's quickly talk about Chris's back. So poor Chris has been on maybe 2 episodes, tried flirting with Georgia, didn't work out, and now his poor back is actually broken. So what do you have to say about this, Nate?
I don't have much to say about this, honestly, but I will say this. I am proud of him because if I mess my back up in any type of like, your back is not anything to play with. Like, this isn't just you broke your pinky or what did Paget pull? Like, did you pull his hamstring? You know,
he pulled a hamstring. I love that Nate says pinkies like whatever because he's broken a bunch of pinkies in football.
Oh, yeah,
he's like whatever.
Are so ugly. Like, my fingers are so messed up. World, you have to understand.
I love
but that. Paget pulled his hammy, and I'm not trying to say Paget's hamstring isn't serious. Paget, your hamstring is very serious, but your back, that's like next level. Like. I wouldn't be doing anything else. I'm resigning. I'm quitting. So good thing that the season's on its way out because I wouldn't want to see another. That can go out of here. But yeah, he's crazy for that. We're still like willing to work, and especially that he did that and he went way up on
the donkey thing.
The donkey thing. He went way up there on the thing, and with the broken back. So kudos to you, Chris.
Yeah, Chris he's a trooper. And, you know, when I talked to him, he'd gone across the Atlantic with Stephen Colbert. Like, he's a definite trooper. We have a couple comments from last week. Toya Jackson, it wasn't Paget that said that to Georgia about her pajamas. It was the new guy. I thought it was it Chris that said that? Oh.
It might have been Chris. Because remember we talked about it, and when we were talking about it, we didn't know if he for sure said that. I didn't know. And so I didn't bring it up. I just asked you guys if you guys heard, and I wasn't sure. So I didn't know if it was Paget or I didn't know if I just heard it and I just like my mind wanted to hear it. So I guess I would say that. I guess it was Chris.
Well, there we go. See, our fans keep it real with us.
I love you guys.
We love them. And then Susie Gross, love you guys. Thanks for all the awesome chats. We're here for you during quarantine. And then Martita Negrona saying, Pageant didn't say the comment about the PJs. It was Chris. We're getting a double confirmation. We love that. And then Tanya Featherstone is saying that's exactly why you shouldn't date coworkers. Team Madison. Yes, Tanya. We are here for Tanya Featherstone. Listen, it's a small quarters. You're going to end up dating people. I always say it's like camp on a boat. So you have to kind of understand that as well. Let's get to these crazy guests. So they were cuckoo bananas. They wanted a pink party. They wanted pink cream cheese. Nobody was getting ready. They had a 10-course meal. That guy's eyes were rolling back in his head. There was a lot happening, Nate. Can you unpack it for us? What the heck was going on?
I think that they all were on drugs. Because the guy, obviously the way that the producers were putting the cameras on, the guy when his head was rolling back, and how they showed him earlier when I think it was Jenna, she was like, there's a guest in there, and he was just standing there awkwardly. Like, I knew that they were painting it for him to be the one with the stuff on his nose. But the girl in the pink dress, she was the one that was really acting weird.
She was acting weird. She was defo acting weird.
I don't know. She was just acting really, really weird. And then she's the one who actually called him out. So I thought that it was like a thing that they all knew that we all are on drugs and we're doing things in certain ways. But I am kind of disappointed with this whole entire scene because I wish it was a little bit more dramatic. The way that we've been seeing and we've been waiting all season for this episode, we've been waiting for this. And this is it. Come on. I wanted to see some guys literally in the hot tub, snorting it off of the side, way in the open, just clear, or they went stopped somewhere and they got off the boat and something crazy and they went to jail. Captain Glenn has to come get them out. Give me something, Bravo.
Right. Yeah, it was kind of lame. I thought it was gonna be Wolf of Wall Street. They were gonna be doing the cocaine all over the boat. And then I thought maybe if they didn't give us that, at least the Coast Guard would come aboard. And I don't know, I felt like the stakes were pretty low. It was is Jenna gonna tell Glenn or not? I feel like that wasn't high enough stakes for me.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, it was kind of a bummer.
We'll see what happens next time. But
all right, I didn't know you could do pink cream cheese. You always learn something. I was like, okay, interesting. I was like, all right. Let's get to let's do our special segment and then we'll do some news. So our special segment is the Above Deck segment. Who had the biggest glow up? Who really delivered and came through on this episode? Nate, what do you think?
I'm going to choose my girl.
Of course.
I'm going to try not to. No, I'm choosing her.
Okay.
It's so Madison. I have to choose her again. Madison's she perfectly, she handled every situation. Except the Glenn one, which I don't think she handled it bad because I understand why she did. There's nothing else to do. But every situation she's handled perfectly from last week to now. And then she's in there I didn't know about the conversation before with Sierra. Last week, Georgia tried to blame this whole situation, the start of it, on Madison because she was saying Madison going around and talking to everyone. No, Jenna is clearly in front of everybody's face. Everyone is saying the same exact thing. It's just finally she's getting called out for it, and everyone is scared to actually point the finger at Jenna. But who's not? My girl Madison. She's not scared of her, and she's still doing it in a very, very good way. She doesn't want the drama, so she said, no, Captain Glenn, everything's good. Even after the fact that Jenna still turned on them and making it seem like they weren't doing things well, and she still was like, you know what? I can kill her right now. But I'm just gonna finish this off. I got you, Cap. Exactly. So that's my girl today.
I love that. I'm gonna pick 3 because the rest of our panel isn't here, and I'm just gonna do 3 because there were so many good people. Chris with his back, it was amazing. He showed up, he showed out. Georgia stood up to Jenna for the first time. I loved that. And I love that Ciara showed her emotion. She cried. She opened up to Pageant in a way that I hadn't seen. She was like, I'm sad that Chris is gonna be gone. I'm overworked. She's using her words instead of rolling her eyes and kind of being a bitch. I felt like she actually showed up and was giving an actual feedback. So I appreciated that and I was into it. So that's our special segment. Let us know in the comments who you guys think, when we upload it, who you think is the Above Deck segment winner. So let us know. Nate, what news do you have? Let's do some news.
I actually have more than one thing.
Ooh.
AfterBuzz news. So let's talk a little bit about this whole cocaine situation. So
Okay.
Patrick was talking to CheatSheet.com, and he said that actually the serious part about the whole cocaine situation is that Captain Glenn can go to jail. Captain Glenn can get in trouble if there is cocaine found on there. So it isn't something that isn't anything to be played with. So when they do come on there, like I know you heard and you said that did you say Chris says that people always offer them different things to like why they offer them money and stuff. Yeah, they offer them that big money because they are big stakes on the line. If any Coast Guard did come on there and find that, it's really going to be Captain's fault because they are the ones who are supposed to be monitoring the things that are coming on or off the boat. So if they come and say, "Well, we didn't know it was there," how do you really know that they didn't know it was there? So it is something that is very, very serious.
Oh wow, Nate! I hope the Coast Guard isn't watching Below Deck on Bravo. So.
Hope they aren't. But also, Chris, we don't know if he's for sure still dating Georgia, and I don't think he is. But he did post some pictures of her on May the 4th, and so there's a website that thinks that they might still have a really good friendship. So keep a lookout for Georgia and Chris.
Cute. I love that.
I think she's better than him.
Yes. I mean, he's very sweet, and I talked to him, and I really like him, but I think that she is going to eat him alive. Like, that's not the right relationship. That's not the right relationship at all.
I feel like that was the best example to use, too. Perfect example.
No, it's like he's not him. Like, if he was to date Madison or Georgia, they wouldn't. No, they would be. It would not work out. He's too like sweet, and just it's not going to work. Speaking of someone that is a bit aggressive, I spoke to Jenna on IG Live. Listen, she was actually really wonderful, and me and her had some, back and forth on Twitter. And she's gotten a lot of hate this season, and I talked to her about it, and she was just like, I'm a person doing my job, and listen, I'm sorry that I was a bully, and she did apologize for that. And she does feel bad about that. But like the fact is, she's like, I was just living my life. I like this person. I didn't know how to do it. And she's like, the cameras are in your face. You get overwhelmed. And, Adam had said they're not together on Watch What Happens Live. And she's like, yes, we're not together, but we're waiting for this whole Below Deck thing to be done. And maybe we're going to get back together. She said that she met his parents. She went on a road trip with him after they were done filming for 2 months. So she was in that van when he drove off. She was in the car. So they definitely continued their romance. And so she's kind of like, you know what, we could be a thing, but not around all of this negativity. She said that people I was shocked, Nate. She actually said people talked about her dad who had passed away and said that he's so lucky to be not around to see her. Like she said, people were saying disgusting things about her family. They attacked her cousin online. She said it was really bad. Like people were telling her that she was disgusting and she should choke on a dick. I mean, it got really bad. So if you want to see that whole interview, it's on my Instagram, Amir Yas _. But yeah, I felt bad for her. I really felt for her. She said it was pretty aggressive.
Yeah, and can you guys please be nice to Jenna? Also, and then because I seen that she posted something. I don't know if it was Twitter or Instagram, but she posted and she was on Adam's back, and it had a long, juicy post or whatnot. But I went into the comments, and I never read comments on any, so I don't care. I don't have time to be reading all these comments. I think it's dope.
You're too busy. You busy.
Okay. But I was reading the comments, and they were being mean. They weren't being that mean, but they were just like, you two are so ugly together. You're disgusting together. I just seen Jenna commenting back and just defending herself on every single one. And Jenna, I know I'm mean to you, but I love you so much, girl. And outside of AfterBuzz, I mean, not AfterBuzz, we are nice up here. We're great up here. Outside of Below Deck, don't listen to all those haters and naysayers. If you and Adam are meant for each other, TV and no one else matters. Only y'all.
Exactly.
We love you.
Exactly. Oh, nice, Nate, that's really nice. I like that.
No, because on that social media stuff is stupid. Like, and that's why I'm like, always try to be cautious on here because they are real people. Like, I'm very, very conscious of that. And so when people are commenting, like, I know that they're looking at them like toys. I also was a football player too, so I kind of have gone through it in a way where it's like I'm a human being. When you guys don't get your way because I made one mistake, like I've been through that, so maybe I understand it from that standpoint. But no, be nice to Jenna out there, guys.
Yes, be nice to Jenna and be nice to Nate because he's the best. I
Come
think that
make fun of me. I'll deal with it. I'll take it.
yes, we can listen. I think that she also mentioned something that I think you would appreciate. She said, I signed up to be on a reality show, yes, but I'm still a human being doing my job. Like, she's like, I'm not acting. This is not dramatized. Like, we're being attacked and that's real. And she also made a great point, and Madison said this as well. She's like, it's been a year and a half since we filmed. Like, some of these things I'm over. Like, y'all are seeing it for the first time, but I've already lived it. I've already moved on. I've already apologized. I'm like past it. And your guys are still bringing this up. So I'm sure that's tough. We have to be understanding. But what do you think is going to happen on the next episode? Let's give some predictions.
I think that we're going to see, I want to stay with Adam and Jenna. I think we're going to see a very happy, beautiful, farewell wishing episode. It's gone. They're in love. They go away. We might even see her hop in the van with him. That's my bold prediction. I want to.
I like that. I like that. I'm down with that. I think Madison. I want to see this Madison and Adam showdown that she told me on IG Live that he came up to her and said, "I'm paid to be a bully." So I wonder if we're gonna see that or we're just gonna see her kind of ignore him because she said she didn't say goodbye to him. So I don't know. I want to see that.
You think that's gonna be on there?
Ooh. I hope it's on there because then I got an exclusive.
I hope it's on there. I really hope it's on there too. But I thought that like maybe it was like after, like way after, cameras are completely off, everything's done. But if it's on there, you're onto something. You are on.
Wow. He would be smart to wait for the cameras to turn off to say that comment because that's those are shots fired.
Yeah, but maybe not because that is a great like Big Bang to leave things with. So maybe he just kept them on. People are strategic nowadays, you know. Social media,
they are.
You need your clout. You need to stay in their attention. So who knows what he did?
Amen to that because he's been on this show before, so he knows how to work those cameras. So we'll have to wait and see. What about the promo? What was something that stuck out in the promo for you? In the last, like the end of like the little teaser.
Nothing really. I have no idea what to be excited for. I'm just ready for this season to be done. I'm so excited to just see the finale. I mean, not the finale, the whatever you call it, the reunion. I want to hear it. Like I need to hear the true drama. Who truly hates each other? Who was kind of being fake? And let's really hear it.
Yes, Nate. And listen, with the virtual reunions that they're doing on Bravo, Andy can mute people and people will like throw their computers. It's gonna get juicy. So I want to see that. Yeah. Yeah.
I would be so mad. Like that's so right. I would be so mad if I got muted.
Can you imagine? You're like and they just mute you and you're still going because you don't know you're muted until other people tell you. So it's gonna be good. And one of the things in the promo that stuck out for me was the guest the next day, right? The guest was like, I was up all night. And it's like, we saw that in this episode. And I really want to see, like, maybe they have some behind the footage. I always like want to see Below Deck after dark. Like, I want some of that dark, like, give me some of that juice with the guests and stuff. So hopefully we'll see a little more of that in the new episode, in this season finale. But that's about all we got. Nate, any final thoughts about the Jenna Adams saga, or shall we wrap up?
Jenna, I hope that you guys find love and you guys live in the happily ever after. I just keep it 100 as a leader. That's all I ask, JJ, Jenna. Love you. But be nice to my girls. Other than that, I love you. Adam.
Well,
I love Adam too.
I know you really grew to appreciate Adam. And I think that just because of your perspective, I've kind of softened to him. And when he was on Watch What Happens Live, he was like in a nice, like simple house and he looked like he was in nature. And I think he's just a simple guy that just happens to be on reality TV. So
honestly, that's a great answer. Yeah, I agree. He's a simple guy. And then when things get complicated, he gets confused. He makes it way more complicated than it has to be. I'm with you, Adam. I feel you, bro. I feel you.
All right. Well, those are some hot takes, Nate. I love it. I love covering Below Deck, sailing out with you. That's all we've got. But Nate, tell us where they can follow you in the meantime until our season finale.
You guys can follow me on all social platforms at Royal Nate. Don't forget the underscore at Royal Nate.
Awesome. Great job, Nate. Yes. Like that lion, that royal lion behind you. You can find me at Yacht, AMIRYASS_. Don't forget the underscore like Nate. And I am on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And if you want to see any of my IG lives, I think at this point, interviewed every single cast member. So that's exciting. So go check it out. And I love covering this show. And we'll see you next week for the season finale. Bye, Nate.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.